I'm gonna be walking up here, probably sitting over here, but I'll see you all. It's 5 p.m. and up this holler, you barely see sunlight around this time of day. Actually, most of the day is pretty shady up this holler. All the way along this road, like holler is just a country way of saying deep in the woods, out in the holler, up the holler and around the under. I love that tree, the fallen one. That should do it. Ooh, that's slippery. I like this little place up here. It's a good place to sit down. Maybe I shouldn't zoom in. Should I zoom in? I don't know. I love sitting right here. I can earth with my bottom right on the rock. It's so peaceful with a view of the creek. Ooh, that was stinging nettle. That is a stinging plant. That one right there. Are you going to be right there? I'm going to bend you over that way a little bit. This plant here is called jewelweed. If you get stung by stinging nettle, take a little jewelweed. It always grows next to it. Crumple it up and rub it on the place that got stung, and you'll feel better in no time. I already feel better. At this point, if I had a cameraman, I'd say, is it recording right now? Because I'm not sure. It's just my old tripod down there in the wilderness. I've been going to bed too early, and so I hear a car. Y'all hear something? Maybe it's a plane. Anyway, I've been going to bed too early most nights. Probably 50% of my nights I've been going to bed incredibly early for maybe over a year. And then, like, I'm talking 5 p.m. like right now. So I'm doing this so I don't do that. But then this several mornings I've been going back to bed, like doing my chores that I have to do for my dog and stuff, and then going back to bed for a little bit. So I've kind of had some bad habits I'm trying to kick. But I went in the backyard today, and that's a good habit that I'm trying to add, is I'm going to try to earth more in the backyard. I'm trying to do it every day now. But I hear some beautiful birds. It might be a tufted titmouse. Peter, Peter, Peter. common bird. I'm thinking of a friend who I brought right here, who moved to Maine. A lot of my friends moved away. Two of them moved to Maine. Several of them moved to Florida. At least a few. Um, Family moved to Ohio. Um, where I live doesn't seem to be the place to be for my kind of people. They all are moving away from it. A lot of people are moving to my area, but my people seem to be all moving away. It seems like other ones moved away from my town. I have other family who used to live in my town. My brother, he moved away. Let's see here. There's a list of other ones who moved away. Somebody moved to Massachusetts. Um, I had a friend who I knew when I went out somewhere, and she moved to a couple towns away. Tara. Who else moved away? Sometimes I talk about moving away, if I ever had the ability to do it. And I also talk about moving into my own place, but I think I decided not to. But I'm on a list to be in my own place, and it's a list. When I started on this housing list, I was number something like 250, and now I'm number like 8. But I'm not sure if I'm going to take them up on it when I do get up to number 1. And it seems to be in about a year I will be number 1. So I need to know. Maybe I should be thinking about that right now, making pros and cons. I probably should be. I feel like there are currently more cons, but it would be really nice to have independence in that way. But there are a lot of pros to where I live. One of them, my elderly mother. I should have probably put myself on the list for 2 people, and then we both could have moved, but back then I didn't think that that's what I wanted, and I don't know if my mom would get it together to move, but our house is under a row of trees that are kind of ominous, that are like 100 feet tall and kind of threatening, and we don't want to cut them down. Of course, if somebody else bought that house, they would definitely cut them down. One important thing about all that is I my house has a lien on it, so nobody in my family is ever going to profit from selling my house. So if you can't make any money legally out of a house, you kind of benefit from keeping the house, right? It makes very logical sense. But so all this talk of moving away for a little while, I could move away for a little while. I thought to myself, I could get a little more independence, and then when mom needs me, I can come back into the house and move back into the house. Because right now she doesn't really need me. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud about my plans. a great audience. I kind of have different videos than a lot of people on YouTube, I think. And I appreciate that you all humor my different way. Like that you put up with the fact that I am slower paced and that I might just film a leaf or something and it's very organic and I don't really plan much and you all seem to be okay with what I put up and I really appreciate that. It's very nicer here. I might turn the camera around and show you all my view in a minute. You all are patient people. I just like peace. It's always been something that I aspire towards. Inner peace and outer peace. World peace and domestic peace and personal peace. I'm in a peace group that I've been in for 20 years. It's called Appalachian Peace Education Center. Maybe I've been in it 43 years because my dad helped to found it and he brought me there when I was a baby with my mom and so I guess I've been in that group most of my life because I think it was founded around when I was born in 82. So anyway, I've been in a peace group for a while. And then when I was really in a formative stage around age 18, I read this book, Peace Pilgrim, and that book transformed my thinking about the world and what everything means. And there's this woman who walked all around the world, all across America, everywhere she could find herself with just a t-shirt on her back, her pants, and, well, she did have shoes. But other than that, she didn't bring anything with her. She didn't ask for anything at all. She had on a shirt that said Peace Pilgrim. On the back of her shirt it said walk 2,000,000 miles for peace, or however many she had done at the time, like 2,000 miles for peace, or whatever she had accomplished at that point. And she didn't really have an agenda other than to spread a very simple message that there needs to be more peace in the world, that peace comes about through simple, I don't know exactly how, but that it's what we all seem to want, and her message was about peace. And the book was kind of assembled. It was like her writings that she had in her journal were turned into something, I think. But I was very inspired by her. When I read that book, I really had two competing and contradictory things going on. One of them was that I really would love to walk for peace in a way. I had a similar agenda at that point in my life. I wanted to walk and spread peace. And the other thing about that was going on with me was that I had just got diagnosed with bipolar disorder, or at least a mental disorder. And I was learning that I would always have to take a medication. And that seemed to foil my whole plan because I learned that I would have to have money to get the medication. And I thought, gosh, I could just like go out, be free and easy, walk around the world for peace, just kind of like Peace Pilgrim. But I can't do that because I don't really have a plan to get medicine, and I have to make sure I get my medicine or really bad things happen to me, because they were happening to me right then. And that is the truth. I really did have to make sure I got my expensive medicine. But I could have maybe walked a little more, and I know that every step I take, if it is for something, peace is a good motive still to walk for. So I think you can do lots of things for peace. You can earth or sit on the ground on a mossy rock, and you can look at a stream for peace. You can watch a YouTube video for peace, I think, yeah, or listen to a music thing for peace. Your own inner peace, I'm learning, is very important. When I was learning about Peace Pilgrim, I really knew a lot about the wars going on, and that war is very dangerous and scary, and I didn't want my world to be consumed with war, and I was very concerned about war, and now I am very concerned about war, but I also know that inner peace is something that I can achieve in a day, and so it's achievable right then. Um, and this peace group I'm in has a young man who talks with me about inner and outer peace, and he's like the guy who organizes it, like the director of organizing or whatever. And I think it's an important thing to think about if you care about peace. So I guess I've been rambling a little. My birthday is September 6th. If you all want to do something like watch a YouTube video of mine for my birthday, that would be awesome. Or tune back in and see what I do, because I have a plan. I think I'm going to go to this beautiful spot and have a little picnic with my friends and family, and I'm going to make a calamansi cake that I might end up having to freeze, because my calamansis are coming on quick. They're getting quite ripe. But, alright, what I'm going to say is, I'm going to show you all my view, what I'm looking at, kind of. So I'm going to turn the camera around. But first I have to get to where you are, because I'm a little slip prone sometimes, so I don't want to slip. And I almost slipped when I was walking this way. So thank you all for looking at my video. I'm going to show you all my view, the view that I see from my perspective. Well, kind of. Oh my goodness, my bottom is so wet. I want you all to see it. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, that's the view I was looking at, okay? And then I'm going to show you all, I was sitting on that mossy rock. Look at this. Look at that. It's soaking wet. Can you see it? It's soaking. Okay. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Bye.